Why did the Lighthouse of Alexandria outshine the pyramids? In architectural history, there's a widely renowned 7 wonders of the world, and the Egyptian pyramids are among them, being the oldest and most magnificent of structures. However, much like one mountain surpasses another, a towering lighthouse, far slimmer than the pyramids, emerged over 2,000 years later to replace the latter's revered position in people's minds, becoming the new star of architecture. This was none other than the Lighthouse of Alexandria, standing proudly at the port of Alexandria. Since its completion, people's interest in it has surpassed that of the pyramids, to the extent that when Egypt is mentioned, the first thing that comes to mind is the lighthouse, not the pyramids. Why is this so? There are 3 reasons. Firstly, it aided those navigating at sea. One autumn night in 281 BC, a luxurious royal wedding ship joyfully sailed towards the port, carrying Egypt's royal relatives. On board was a shy European bride who was to become Egypt's most esteemed woman. Unexpectedly, amidst the onboard celebrations, the ship suddenly shook violently, catching many off guard and throwing them into the cold sea. The remaining passengers screamed in terror, not understanding what had happened. When the ship finally stopped swaying, the horrifying truth emerged. It had struck a large rock and was rapidly sinking. Eventually, everyone perished at sea, none survived. This incident shocked Egypt, and King Ptolemy I sighed, if only there was a lighthouse at the port. Shortly after, Ptolemy I's son, Ptolemy II, ascended to the throne, and the task of building the lighthouse officially commenced. After 11 years of construction, a magnificent lighthouse finally stood on a reef 7 meters from the island of Pharos. From then on, sailors were no longer afraid to navigate at night. The lighthouse was like a giant torch, selflessly serving people, devoid of any religious connotations. Secondly, its builder was quite mysterious. At the time, Ptolemy II commissioned Egypt's greatest architect, Sostratus, to build the lighthouse. However, the emperor forbade Sostratus from engraving his name on the lighthouse, reasoning, "You are already famous enough. There's no need for further fuss." Naturally, the architect was unhappy. Spending 11 years away from home, amidst stormy seas, building the tower was a painful endeavor. Yet, he couldn't defy the king's orders. What to do? The clever architect devised a solution. He engraved his name on a stone tablet at the base of the tower, detailing the challenges overcome during its construction. Then, he covered his name and deeds with a thick layer of cement, completely concealing them. Instead, he engraved Ptolemy II's name on the cement. This way, the king was pleased, and he could secretly rejoice. Centuries later, as the waves gradually washed away the layers of cement from the stone tablet, Sostratus's name finally emerged, becoming a topic of much discussion. Thirdly, the lighthouse created multiple miracles. The Lighthouse of Alexandria was the tallest structure of its time, second only to the pyramids. Its foundation was not as robust as the pyramids, yet it still stood for centuries, a feat worthy of awe. Another commendable aspect was that the lighthouse's flame burned day and night for nearly 1,000 years until the Arab Islamic army conquered Egypt in AD 641, extinguishing the flame. Subsequently, the lighthouse never achieved such a long-lasting record. Later, after several earthquakes, the Lighthouse of Alexandria suffered devastating blows and ultimately disappeared, becoming the last of the 7 wonders to vanish, aside from the pyramids.